Well, hello everyone. I think we have just got underway, right? I think so. I think we've let you in. So I can see now people in the participants list who are now inside the call. So we welcome you, first of all, and we thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to join us and discuss. Well, it's not the most interesting of topics. There are more interesting topics in the world, of course, but it's an important one, and one that impacts every one of you on a daily basis, right? And that is legal obligations in the UAE. Guest data collection, communication, specific rules with different constructors, EMAAR, etc., etc. And so we at Avantio are delighted to be hosting this joint webinar with our partners and friends over at Chekin, who are very much, experts on helping property managers in the UAE and in other countries deal with these legal and logistical headaches. So we're very happy to welcome them today, as well as yourselves. So, how to participate? Well, no doubt some of you will have questions, and we will be doing a Q&A at the end of the call. So in Zoom, I think if you do have a question, you'll see that there's one of the options down at the bottom is Q&A. So if you do have a question or a comment, do use that Q&A box, add your question, and either myself or Aris will be happy to go through them at the end. Okay. Great. So some of you will know me, some of you will not. My name's Kyle Davis. I work for Avantio, and I've been at Avantio for both over sort of 9 years now, and I'm on the sales side of things. And well, Avantio and myself, we've been involved in the Dubai market out there for over 8 years now, right? And so we're very much involved in the UAE, and we've got, I think, now over around 45 clients there, and about between 4.5 5,000 units using Avantio there. Aris is with Chekin. Aris, pleased to have you. Say hello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the quick introduction, Kyle. So my name is Oris. I recently joined to Chekin. Chekin is a software which is specifically specializing in guest online or on-site check-in and topics like legal compliance. Yeah. So if you don't mind, Kyle, I'll kick in from here.
Please do. Yes, absolutely. The word is yours, Aris.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, what we'll talk about today, obviously, the main topic is going to be the rental compliance, the legal compliance in UAE. Recent announcement from the government about the tourist dirham introduction, how to register the gas, what the general requirements from the government, how to get an access to community portals and how to make reports to them, tourist taxes, e-invoicing, and all the aspects about the taxation currently, what's happening in Dubai. Okay, so let's start with the tourist dirham. As probably the majority of you would know, Department of Tourism recently rolled out a new system called 2.0, and that is appealing to any type of lodging business, meaning disregarding you are a hotel, a vacation manager, or just a property manager who is managing his own unit, but putting it into short-term rental. Anyone has an obligation to report to the authorities on the DTCM portal. what does that mean? That basically every property manager, for every reservation, the date of the check-in, the same day, you need to report to the authorities, and you need to send them the gas data and the photo of the ID. By law, this is a requirement from the government. Currently, the compliance, and especially for check-in, we are dividing the compliance into four aspects. First would be gas reporting, then e-invoicing, tourist tax collection, and gas identity verification. So during the call, we'll speak about all of these four aspects, but let's go one by one. So about gas reporting in Dubai. In comparison to other countries, in Dubai, you have to report about the gas check-in and the check-out at the same day of the check-in. It's an obligation to submit to DTCM the gas data ID together with the rest of the information. And depending to which community you're building the property that it's in this building belongs to, you have to report either to EMAAR, Damag, Nahil, and Dubai properties. So currently Chekin is integrated with DTCM, and we do have a connection to EMAAR. Closely, in a very close future, we would bring the rest of the community portals together so the property managers can do all the operational part of the gas check-in just through check-in and are able to automate the process. About invoicing, so in Dubai, for invoicing and for tax, obviously, is responsible the Federal Tax Authority, but there is no centralized invoicing mandate currently happening in Dubai or generally in UAE. So this is probably a subject to change once there would be any change, meaning when there will be a portal which would become centralized to which we can send this info check-in, we'll do the integration. Another very important topic to mention, and I come across this quite a lot. Ultimately, we are getting a lot of new clients from UAE, and not many of them are aware about the tourist dirham tax, which is basically a nightly fee percentage, which is bringing an issue for some property management systems not being able to adapt to such a tax system. So with Chekin, we developed a specific taxation system that the property managers can create the tourist dirham in check-in, charge in check-in, and automatically submit the data back to the authorities. Gas identification. So as I mentioned previously, it's mandatory thing to take the gas ID and send the data over to DTCM. This is part of the legal compliance. And all the data of the gas must be stored. It can be done either manually or online. Another very important thing. So in Dubai, many property managers are using smart locks, and there is the government-backed company named Keyless, and we are the only authorized partner of Keyless in Dubai to be able to distribute and offer the integration between Keyless and Check-in. Kyle, here a question for you. Actually, I have. So you mentioned that you've been in Dubai 4 or 5 times. Could you please share with me your experience? How was that looking like?
Well, I have to be careful because when we go to Dubai, we always stay with a customer, and maybe they're in the room, but very manual, not super easy. I mean, the time that sticks out most in my mind is when we actually didn't stay with a customer, and you're getting on the plane. Literally, you're getting on the plane. I've got my 18-month-old next to me. I've got my wife. We're about to take off, and I'm having to, make a transfer for the security deposit in order to get the keys so that I can be let into the property. And the security deposit was much more than advertised, and it was a very stressful a very stressful time. Now this latest time, again, it's a similar idea. I get a WhatsApp message, I have to send the passports, bum bum bum, I forget, I'm busy, I'm after, poor
Yeah.
guy has to chase after me, sir, polite follow-up, can you send us the passports? All right, yeah, I'll do it when I get home. And now, of course, you mentioned keyless. Now I have a very professionally put together PDF and instructions. But now when I get to the property, I have to download an app and I have to, do this with the phone. And it's so interesting to hear, I mean, it must be able to, it must be better than that. It can get better than that, surely. And right?
Well, definitely. The main aim of Chekin is to bring a seamless operation to any property manager which would be interested potentially to connect with us and use our services. And the good thing, I believe, it's good that you mentioned that you need to download an app in order to be able to submit the documentation and that kind of stuff. A very important thing about Check-in is that we are a mobile based web application, meaning that there is simply no need to download anything. Everything is in your mobile phone and you can smoothly operate as a guest with the system. Yeah.
Right.
Perfect. So another thing, and I would like to spend a couple of seconds on this. So our team has prepared a comprehensive guide for vacation rentals and hotels in UAE with the topic of the legal obligations that the property managers or hotel owners have in Dubai. So pretty much everyone interested can scan this QR code and download the guide. And about us, so about Check-in. Well, Check-in is actually a cutting edge solution which is automating the check in process and digital guest experience. We are trusted by more than 120,000 property managers worldwide. We have very big partners here. Apart from that, we also specialize in legal compliance for different countries, meaning automating the operational process of the legal compliance in the meaning of sending the data to the authorities. We are operating almost globally. We are integrated with the majority of the local authorities where there is a legislation about data submission. We are operating in more than 45 countries, and over 20 million check-ins has been completed through check-in.
Wow.
So, Chekin is certified by the government and fully integrated with DTCM, as mentioned previously. Both check-in and check-out data